Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Panda podcast. As of recording, it is the 15th, but it drops today on the 22nd. Now, let me adjust myself so my microphone is picking me up. Today is going to be more of we're just going to talk. I'm very good at just rambling on and talking about nothing. So, for this first episode, I'm going to talk about me. I'm going to talk about what I enjoy doing. I'm going to talk about life. I'm going to talk about what's going on currently, like right now. Storm. Can't speak. Winter storm Heather is coming through, and it is making its impact on all of us currently. Some people not as bad. Some people, getting a fuck ton of snow. But we'll go over all that stuff. We're going to have it broke down. Not really. I'm not that, advanced. It's just me. I have no technical team behind me. It is just Panda. So let's start with the introduction. I am Premium Panda. I am 31 years old. I'm fat. And this is Fat TV. I need an intro music. Just imagine there's some nice beat going on. It's just like, Panda podcast. That old chestnut. I don't have that stuff. But I am 31 years old. I've been streaming games pretty much since I started heavily into streaming back in about September, August of 2021. And it has grown to the point where I have a lot more abilities to do more things. Now, with that being said, I am venturing out into podcasting because I like to hear myself talk. This is not a therapy session. This is literally me just talking. But yeah, we've been streaming for quite some time now. We haven't made any kind of massive dent because I don't put out a lot of content or work on content. So this is going to be one of my longer form contents. It's going to be posted here and on Spotify. And if you're on Spotify, it's going to be posted here and on YouTube. So, you got to remember that I'm putting it on both. However, when I got started on streaming, it took me a month to get affiliate. And then after that, my views dropped. So I kind of I got on the side. I couldn't figure out what I needed to do. Although I was posting content, I wasn't editing content. And for the last 2.5 years, around 2 years and a few months, I didn't really edit. I finally got me certain things that allow me to do, verticals for TikTok and shorts and everything. And I've been posting on YouTube and I think in the last few months, I can check my phone right quick and tell you how many actually subs that I've gotten in the last year, actually. We're at 672 right now. As of this recording, we're at 672 total subs on YouTube. Now, for content-wise, our audience, we have, in the last 28 days, I have accrued 103 new subs. In the last month, in the last 90 days. So I've been posting on consistently every day on YouTube shorts every day, 12 o'clock, sometimes 2 a day, just to put out clips. And I got a ton on here I need to get out there. But in the last 90 days, okay, so 3 months was what? From today would have been October 17th. No, October 4th. October 14th. I've accrued 326 total subs. And in the last year, so I had a dead period in January, or right before May, basically, to September, where I wasn't posting on YouTube as much, actually probably none at all. And it was dead. So just last year, in an entire year of posting shorts, I have accrued 515, the majority of it starting in September when I started posting every single day. So Monday, 7 days a week, I had a clip dropping every day at 12 o'clock. This right here will drop at 12 o'clock because I like midday. Now, with that being said, a lot of new viewers, a lot of new people. Hopefully this ventures out into a thing. I don't know the mumbo jumbo on YouTube. I'm learning that, and I will learn that and what tags and stuff to do as I go along. And we will, we will get better. We will definitely get better into this. And maybe, who knows? I might earn some subs from this. I'm not even getting members on YouTube because of it. Found out Spotify allows me to put it out, and we are going to be posting this as well on Spotify. So I made me a short little ad for about halfway through this video, and I can be like, oh, we're just going to drop this right here. And I'm learning really quickly that I have to keep talking, because if there's any dead spots or silence or anything going on during the live, then a lot of people, like for streaming per se, you got to keep talking. And with that, I don't talk that much I play Call of Duty a lot. So therefore it's not like if there's a dead period and people are like, well, he's not talking, I'm getting out of here. And they leave. So I'm trying to constantly talk. I realize now I probably need a bottle of water in here. It may be 2, just to keep me hydrated or something to keep my mouth dry. And that may be my first break in this action to go get something to drink, but it won't be right now. I'm gonna swallow my saliva for this. But yeah, so back to what I was talking about with life. 31, we went over 31. I started streaming, and I wanted to get into podcasting because I like talking. I love entertaining. I love making people laugh. It's a big important thing in my life, making people laugh, have a good time, and basically, if I can make somebody smile today, then I know I'm doing a good job. If I can make one person laugh today, whether it be my daughter, maybe my fiance, which they laugh at me all the time, then I know I'm doing a good job. I got a booger. No, I don't. Felt like a booger. Booger. It's word fillers, spaces that we try to keep from happening, but it happens all the time, and there's nothing we can do about that. Our brain doesn't allow us to do that unless you're a professional speaker, and I am not. For somebody who has been speaking for the last 3 years, constantly online, streaming, putting out stuff. Anyway, we have this shirt on. Oh no, this one's a faded one. This one's messed up. I gotta get me new shirts anyway, new just basic shirts, and I gotta get me I gotta start wearing some podcast shirts during the podcast. So I'm separating my gaming, this thing, with the podcast. I don't know what y'all are looking at this. I hear in the corner of my screen. Don't worry about that. That is an empty bottle that I probably should throw away. Okay, the bottle has been thrown away. I've been messing around with the camera, trying to do other things. I know I'm really far over. Probably better to be putting the camera on me, but the door is like right here. You can see it right. Right there. You can see the frame right there. That's the door frame. So where my camera's sitting and where all my shit is at, because that is the window curtain. So I got to find me a better place for all this setup. If not, oh well. Oh fuck, I completely forgot where I was at, where I was going, what I was going to talk about today. Big news in sports. The Cowboys lost. That's a good thing. It's always a good thing. Not really for the Cowboys, but mainly for the fans who won't shut the hell up. Oh, we them boys, we back. No, you're not. You ain't back nowhere. You're back home. That's the only place you are back, is back home. You aren't going to be going to the Super Bowl anytime soon. Also, Detroit Lions, congratulations. Everybody applaud for making the first playoff appearance in probably not, I don't know, I wouldn't say first one in a while, but first win in 30 years, I think was the last time they won, it said, 91, 92. And then you've got the first banner they hung up. They won their division for the first time in God knows how long. I think it was about the same amount of time. And that's good on them. Good on them, good on the coach, good on the players for, not giving up, and good on the fans, because you have to be a dedicated fan, especially like the Browns per se, which I seen a post about Joe Flacco, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's once a Raven, always a Raven. It's like chestnut checkers. He took them out. He threw 2 pick sixes back to back to the same guy. Joe Flacco is a Raven, will always be a Raven. And the Browns can't do shit about it. He got them into the playoffs, gave them a good record, but made sure they had a first round exit just so the Ravens can, keep going. What else we happened in sports today? I'm losing sports betting. I'm terrible at sports betting. I have done everything I can sports wise. I've looked at, I got prize picks and shit. I made $0. Oh, really? Shit. I didn't win any of those entries, did I? I put $7 on. Oh, yeah. I only got 3 out of 6 yesterday, so that's a loss on me. I'm not very good at it. It is what I got 2 $5 bets going right now for 5 picks. 5 picks give me $50. So if these hit, actually they won't hit because I've changed some of them around. More, and then less, more, less. So pretty sure the ones I didn't change, I did the same names twice and just changed it around, $5 on each one. Some other big news in our life. We are working on our wedding. We are getting married soon. Well, say it technically is soon, but it's going to be in August. We have that coming up. We've got my daughter's softball. We actually hit a goal here. I was going to raise $250 to put a business banner or sign up for advertisement at her softball field, and we hit that shit within a week. So now I got to find something else to do. Like I said, as of this recording, this was in a week. Y'all are going to see this a week later because it gives it time to get posted. I'm just trying to fill the silence. I'm trying to sit here and talk and just ramble on about shit. The Toe of Satan challenge, guys. Have y'all heard about this thing? We've all heard about this thing, right? The Toe of Satan. Toe of Satan challenge. It's 9 million Scoville units. I'm gonna come up with a plan for that thing right there, and then burn my lips and my mouth because wifey wants to see me in pain. Apparently. 12 minutes in. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, but yeah, we're gonna make sure this thing is something better. I'm gonna get better, obviously. So I gotta bear with me and we'll hang out with all this. I want to start bringing people in, not really into my house. I don't have that kind of money, but I do have Discord. But they also have to be on my schedule for this. Yeah, I didn't really think that one through. I didn't think about bringing people in who's up early at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, unless they're at work. Most people aren't going to be up on a Monday this early in the morning and not hang out. It would be easier if it wasn't just me. I need to start either writing stuff down or talking about stuff. Have a list on my computer to talk about things. People say jokes, make jokes, do jokes. Pat McAfee. That today's show is going to be fucking good too. But yeah, I'm not used to talking with nobody answering back and hanging out with me. It's a lot easier streaming than it is doing this. I mean, I can sit here and talk about nothing all day and just rant on and rave. That's what I was going to do. So I went and bought this little microphone here. It's a Boya microphone. Oh, my wrist hurts. Why is my wrist hurting? So this little thing, can you see it? That right there. And this little thing is a microphone. Plugs into your phone and it becomes a microphone. And very, very good quality microphone for $30. I'll leave a link for it down low. I don't get no money for it, but I'll put it in my description. Maybe they'll sponsor me. Boya. Probably be a lot better if I actually used it for a podcast instead of this Yeti microphone that I have, which this fucking Yeti microphone will not stay connected. Every time I turn my computer on, I've got to unplug this motherfucker, plug it back in. It's not the cable for whatever reason. It can't be touched. And if I touch it, I lose audio. I'm not going to demonstrate that because I don't want to lose my audio. And if I end or cut off my computer, put it in rest mode, power off, then it will not turn back on. I'll have to unplug it and plug it back in. So it's kind of dumb. I need to get a better microphone. So that's what I'm going to try to go for. That's going to be my next big thing that I buy. I've had this thing for over 2 years now, I do believe. I used to stream off of a PC. Move that down. I used to stream from not a PC, but a laptop that I have here sitting beside me, which, could be good purpose. Yeah, I used to stream from a laptop, and then I was actually able to afford a PC that I just use strictly for content and streaming. And it saves my clips and it holds my clips. And then I got like Microsoft OneDrive. So I'm able to save it from my computer to this OneDrive, and I can get it on my phone and post it from my phone. Because here recently I've been posting clips directly from my phone work. So I've been getting paid to post content technically. I can't say the name of my work because if my work finds out that I am doing that on the clock, they probably will not. Fuck them. They don't care. I have people who walk around and don't do jack shit. They ain't worried about me posting content. All they're going to say is, you will never make it. Fuckers. Maybe not say that. They'll probably see this and be like, you can't say that about us. That's talking bad about us. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I want to keep my job. It pays the bills. These are called jokes, people. Do not take everything I say seriously. Okay? We are a comedic podcast. There is no seriousness in it other than me talking about me and my life, my family. The seriousness of earning or getting the whatchamacallit done. Her advertisement on the baseball field or softball field, technically. She will have a banner set up where the back of the field will have a image, which I do believe I can pull this image up right quick if y'all give me a moment. Let's go to image here and let's type in add sign parentheses soft ball. I hope that's not coming through on the recording. If that's coming through on the recording, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Yeah, button key downloads. There we go. Open. It's going to be massive here, guys. That is not what I wanted it to blow up and say. Here. There we go. This is my daughter's banner that'll be put up on the back of the field. Simple. It's got Panda Gang on it. It says supports Vinemont softball and Let's Go Eagles because that's their team. And then obviously the QR code is so people can walk by and be like, they take a picture of it. As long as it doesn't mess up. I may need to put the website on there. I mean, like the Linktree account. That might be better now that I'm looking at it and people like when they put that up on the sign, the QR code may not transition properly. Yeah, it's a little tweaking I got to do on that. Now, get rid of that. So if y'all heard that song playing in the background, I'm not entirely sure. I'll go back through here and I'll listen to it. If it is something you heard where it's going, fuck them keys, fuck them keys, fuck them keys, that's because of TikTok. When I'm streaming on TikTok, it'll pop up and tell me that my live is not made for children. Oh, syncing. I don't know what is syncing right now. It said it's not made for children. And I was like, why? And they said it's because the language or the video game. The game content is not suitable for younger audiences. And it's like, well, it's rated M for mature. And I'm pretty sure my stream was rated 18 plus, which kind of falls in line of that is mature level. That is the mature shit. You know what I mean? So they are. It's TikTok. TikTok's these weird. Tick does a lot of weird things. Yeah. So that's what that song is for. So when it pops up and I feel like ending my stream early, I do that because as soon as I do that and I start saying "fuck them kids," then TikTok goes, no, and they throttle views. So I got it on there just in case, but we don't want to do that. We want to try to keep growing. We're slowly growing everywhere. And that's why I wanted to start a podcast. I wanted to start doing different things and building this up and trying to make something else out of this. Because eventually, who knows? I may get wifey in here one day and we have a podcast. I can get this microphone set up and do 2 different ones. I may be able to. I think I have a USB-C hook up on my computer, and I may be able to hook this up to it, and she can have one on her chest, and I can speak with this and have I don't really have a camera on her. That's the biggest issue. I don't have a camera for her. But I can figure something out. Because I think wifey would enjoy just coming in here, hanging out. We just talk about, just pretty much talk. She goes, she may not understand but yeah, she could. It's fucking 6 o'clock in the morning when I started recording this. But yeah, we got a whole journey for podcasting and figuring out what to do and how to do it. We have, I got to figure out an intro too. So whatever intro you see at the beginning, what you saw at the beginning of this, probably not going to be the best intro ever. It's probably just not going to be good. I want to have it saved. I want to tweak with it a little. Whistled. I need to find a decent intro that I can do because no audio that's going to be, getting me in trouble for it. No issues. We just want to make sure that we have the best kind of intro because people are like, oh, the intro is important. Well, I don't have an intro. I don't have something I can just put up there. I don't have that mindset yet to figure out. I say mindset. I do have the mindset. Let me rephrase that. I don't have the know-how to do that. So we got to feel the silence. That's why I'm doing that. So I'm trying to make noises. But yeah, I wanted to make this stream. God dang it. Don't touch the microphone because it'll fuck up. I wanted to make this podcast episode basically talking about me, because that's what it's about. Me. It's a lot harder to do this when there's not a live audience. So I get that is actually really tough. So applaud anybody who does a podcast who can just sit and talk and hang out and do this kind of things. Maybe I can figure out how to add clips in here, might make my camera smaller so I can change like different scenes and stuff. Where I got this thing here and me here, and it's like just moved around. It's like, hey, I got clips sent in today of this, or hey, you should watch this clip, kind of thing. Just what other people do, trying to figure my own way out. Whatever everybody, sit there like you got, and I'm using theirs as an instant 2 Bears 1 Cave, Bert and Tom, which Bert's actually as reckless in everything that he does, how he does, and how he just speaks. I figured it's like what he's talked about in his few episodes. He had one with a guy who talks about alternate egos. And he goes through there talking about, adding your own name, doing your own name, doing your own thing, separating the two. And it's like, I don't do that. I'm me. I'm whoever I am on stream and on podcast is who I am in real life. I'm not going to put on a fake person. I can't do that. I can't do pretending to be somebody I'm not because I just can't. I goof around a lot more. I'm a little bit more open and joking and make jokes outside of this because I know how people get about certain jokes and how people, you know, how people do. Like, for instance, yesterday I was streaming. I got a clip saved and it'll be posted eventually at some point. I got a ton I got to go through today and I got to make some intros for a few of them. That running the shotgun in Call of Duty, one of the shotguns in Call of Duty. So if you play Call of Duty, especially the new one, the Modern Warfare 3 one, you know that the shotgun does like 83 damage headshot. Your health is 150. If you do the math, it takes 2 shotgun shots to the head to die. That's ridiculous. No shotgun should be 2 shot to the head. It doesn't work that way. And I was listening, I was reading on it, and I'm like, 83 damage, 2 shots to the head. It's like Kurt Cobain only took 1. Or somewhere in that nature. I made a Kurt Cobain joke. And it's, it's overplayed or whatever, but when you're just randomly talking, you're talking about stuff, you're everything else, and it comes out of left field, that's when it hits you. When you're just like, oh, this dude's playing, that makes sense. Why do shotguns do that? And it's like, you hear about Kurt Cobain, you go, oh. Or just slide it in there nice and neat like. So, shut my laptop here. It's not even on. But yeah, it's a good one. I'm going to try to make these an hour long. It's been 26 minutes. I didn't realize how hard it is to talk for this long. But we are learning. I also learned that I need a bottle of water with me, some kind of water that I can sit and drink. That way I'm not having issues. So if anybody would like to sponsor this, and I can do an ad read for your bottles, such as the water bottles that have Dasani on them. Or I can't do liquid death. I can't do sparkling water. I can't do anything. Alcohol? No, I can't do alcohol anymore. At my age, alcohol is just not. I got it. I got drinks I can take shots of, and I may, I don't party at all, which might be my problem. I may need to start drinking again. No, don't start drinking, kids. Don't drink. Understand that. Do not drink. Especially when you're young. If you drink heavily before you're actually legal, it's not fun afterwards. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't drink whenever I was illegal, when I was under 21. I didn't drink at all. But you know what I did? Drunk as soon as I turned 21. By the time I hit, 28, 27, 28, I quit. It's just not for me. Now, I can't drink. I do like certain drinks. There's some that are amazing. But because I'm fat, my body, my kidneys and my liver or whatever else doesn't know how to process uric acid, I get these lovely little crystals in my feet, and they cause my bones to grind together and grind my bones into dust like a giant. Fucking stupid. I don't like it, and it hurts. It swells. But luckily, I take cherry juice, actually tart cherry extract. But whenever it starts to flare up, I'll go and buy 2 32-ounce bottles of tart cherry juice. Concentrated cherry juice. And I drank 64 ounces of this cherry juice within, I don't know, a day, maybe less than a day. And whenever I'm done, I get to go paint the toilet bowl. So, TMI for anybody who doesn't want to hear that. Or not TMI, whatever. If you have gout, tart cherry juice is the way to go. So yeah, I get sidetracked on certain things and I forget what I was talking about. What in the hell was I talking about? Scroll back, somebody tell me real quick in the comments because I don't really fucking know. Not that I want to see it anyway. Shit. Anyway, we're getting close to our first ad break. I think I'm going to go ahead and start it now. We have it recorded. It is a lovely sponsor, great sponsor, by the way. Actually, can you believe it? Our first podcast actually has a sponsor. So I'll let the video play, and then we will be right back. And while the video is going, I will go and get me some water. So appreciate that. You guys hang around and enjoy the ad break. Today's episode is sponsored by me. Now, if you're wondering what I mean by me, is merch. We have a merch link. It'll be down in the bio. We'll have everything down there if y'all want to go click on it. Anything that is bought or tipped or whatever goes directly back into the stream to make all this better. So if you feel like, hey, my microphone is inadequate, money goes to my microphone. If I feel like my lighting is inadequate, I will just, get them, and everything will go toward it. So thank y'all for enjoying this podcast. If you want to, contribute, that's fine. If not, you want to hang out and just watch, that's fine too. Appreciate y'all sticking around. And that was my commercial break. And we're back. Yes. Thank you for watching that. Hilarious enough, it was sponsored by me, as you can tell. And it was done today, before I started this. So yeah, we have our first sponsor. All of my descriptions and my Linktree account will be down below. So everything down there will be, will be down there. Everything down there will be down there. I'm an idiot. My head's starting to get hot. Take my hat off. Just my hair. So anybody on the Spotify thing, I pulled my hat off. I'm wearing matching today. I got the matching hat and shirt. And with all that, we have my hair being put up now because, which by the way, if you're on YouTube and you see this, see that line? That? All this was done by wifey. She's getting better at it. We got to get some of the dead ends cut off of this, but that's her thing. My head started getting hot. I can't wear hats for a long time. I got the hat and I'm like, oh, I'm going to make me a hat. Made me a hat. And I got this hat back in 2021, I do believe. I've had this hat for goddamn that long. I thought about doing a giveaway with this hat because I don't wear it much. There's a lot of people who wear hats and I don't. I'm trying to adjust my chair here. Get the sleep out of my eyes. Yeah, I thought about doing a giveaway for this hat. Because, it's a good fucking hat. And wonder if it'd be worth signing and doing a giveaway for. Not that I'm really not that big streaming and in the content world. But if I ever get to that point, guess what? You have a hat signed by me. Yeah, so where were we? We need to talk about what? What's a good concept to talk about here? Because I really don't know. I don't know what I need to talk about right now. Oh, I'm blanking because I thought I may have went over everything. So let's talk about gaming. Let's talk about my gaming career. So before I got the house, before we got better internet, I had, the hell is that? Ear bugger. We had not so good internet. God, I got boogers in my nose. Good God. You should have seen the one I just blew out of my nose a few minutes ago. Y'all have been like, oh, really? This motherfucker, it had to come out from my brain. It just it was massive. It was just god awful. I have terrible boogers in the morning. I don't know about y'all. I got some god awful boogers. I don't want to talk about this. I apologize. Let's go back to the games. So I started streaming directly from my console, and I had to figure out what would be the best to do. And it wasn't good quality. I was literally trying to stream with, I think it was anywhere between 1.5 and 2 megabytes upload. Okay, so it was stupid slow. It was hard. I had maybe 720 upload. Couldn't play an online game. I had to play anything offline, which kind of helped push me to. I actually made affiliate playing offline games, not playing Call of Duty. I'd play Call of Duty in my off time. And actually, I didn't play Call of Duty that much because I was streaming 5 days a week on my console, playing horror games, playing Ear Booger. Anything that I could play that wasn't online based. and it done pretty, it was pretty good. I make some content, learning how to do some certain things, and I figured out the world of streaming through my PlayStation. And then I was like, okay, so let's go and on credit, because that's how a lot of people do things. I bought me a laptop. I bought a gaming laptop, but not to game on, because I'm like, let's use this as a streaming. It was only like $700. And with that, we took and used that as my chat screen. So originally, that was just my chat. I wanted a laptop to keep up with chat, so I wasn't looking at my phone trying to read chat instead of having it pop up on. So like with PlayStation, when you're streaming, you're watching the game, you have your screen. So like this, you have my little head wherever it's at on the screen, which may be at the middle, far left, far right, well, right, left, whatever. You understand it, wherever it's at. It's on one of the sides, top or bottom. And then you have your chat scrolling. And I don't remember exactly. Well, PS4, it was like you had a black box that would pop up with the stream. And when you're playing from your PlayStation, that's the screen you see. So if you go and watch somebody who streams from a PS4 and they have like that black thing on the side with the chat box, that's how you play. So your screen is greatly reduced. So anybody playing Call of Duty on that screen, more power to you, because fuck that. I went and got me some water during the ad break. And with PlayStation, PS4, it was hard to do kind of stuff like that. I never streamed from the PS4, not long. I used to whenever I would come up to wifey's house, which is ironically our house now. And I'd play on the PS4, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't have chat. I couldn't figure out what I needed to do. So I went and we finally got a PS5. PS5 dropped. I went and bought me a PS5. I got me a monitor. I used to play on like a 55-inch TV. I went and bought me a 32-inch monitor, which I've had this monitor since 2021, so damn near 3 years. I've had this monitor, and it's still going perfect. No issues out of it at all. As I said, it looks like the screen is warped, which makes no sense. It's very, very good monitor for something that was used pretty much daily at the time. Now I only use it 3-4 times a week if I'm lucky, and not even that long. But we finally got a PS5. We got us a monitor, and I'm like, I'm gonna stream from my PS5. Once I figured out I could stream from my my house, I was like, I wonder if I can stream offline games, because they're like, oh, you need at least 10 meg upload to play online. I'm like, yeah, and I tried it, didn't work. Game was laggy, so I tried offline games, and it worked, because you can't lag on offline games, single player games. I was like, okay, and I checked the stream. Stream's kind of iffy. There's like moments where like the bit rate, you could tell the bit rate was bad because it made like pixelated images, especially in a lot of rapid movement. But if I was just sitting and talking, you had the camera up, you could see me talking, and it wasn't that bad. Well, then I decided that I needed a better way to read my chat, because PS5 had little bubbles pop up on your screen. And I figured I needed a new way to do this, so I grabbed a laptop, $700 laptop, gaming laptop. It's like, that's going to be my chat screen. Well, then I learned about OBS, Streamlabs, OBS, whatever you want to call it. OBS and Streamlabs now. I learned about both of those. And it's like, okay, what do I need for that? And I found out you need a capture card. Walmart had, I still have the damn thing in my closet. I'm not going to get up and go and get it, though. Walmart had a Vivatar $20 capture card that would go from the PlayStation to the TV, and it had a cable like any other capture card, except it wasn't $200 like the Elgato that I have currently, which, by the way, I need a new one too. That's a side note for later. With that setup, I was able to start streaming from my laptop, and my laptop could be, which I mean, my PlayStation was hardwired in, but now my laptop was hardwired in So it wasn't putting a lot of strain on my PlayStation. So my laptop was just strictly for streaming. It started out as just a chat screen, but then it's like maybe we can start streaming on it. And then we got started streaming on it. And then once we got the OBS and everything figured out, we got us a microphone. Started with this one. You can't see it. Yeti Blue tiny microphone. Like you can see that it don't even have a good stance on it anymore. It's old. And we had it. And the gaming had a headset. So with PS5, you have the mute feature. So that was one of the first times I was able to play. If I played online, like if I brought it to my fiance's house, and I streamed from the PS5 or technically not the PS5, but from the laptop playing Call of Duty, I was able to mute myself and talk to chat and not have to worry about the whatchamacallit causing issues. The chat bothering me, talking to chat kind of thing, because that's a big thing, especially if you're streaming. It's progressing to get to that point where you're not bugging the people you're playing with. And once that got too much, I got to a point where I was like, I bought me another screen. So I had two chat screens. My laptop was on one that had my OBS set on it. And then I got me a chat screen, essentially. Got me a second screen. That way I had all my chat on it. And then gaming screen, chat screen. Now we're at 3 screens now. So I've got my OBS screen, all my setup here. And if I'm looking at my gaming setup, which is this angle, you've got your game screen, and I got a landscape turned or portrait, whatever it is, portrait view computer with my chat on it. So that way I'm not focused on all this over here. Sorry about that. But yeah, once this it wasn't able to handle that much, I decided to go and buy once I got it paid off, actually, I went and bought me a gaming PC, which is now my streaming PC, because I knew if it was a gaming PC, it had the capabilities of being a good stream PC. I still play on PS5. I love the controllers. I love the way it feels. And I'd rather do that than mouse and keyboard. So, stream PC it is. And now we're sitting here with a Yeti Blackout. And I'm needing a new one. I got an Elgato capture card. I wish I would have took pictures of what I had. If I'd have known I'd have got this far into it, because I don't know. It was one of those things that I didn't think about at the time, because I didn't know I was going to be at this point where, hold on, I'll do this here. That is not what I wanted to see. There we go. I'm trying, just in case I want to save a clip on that. I'm changing some scenes around. But yeah, so we've came a long way from what we used to be, from where we used to be at. I know there's some videos out there. I can go and find y'all a quality, like a Twitch clip that was saved from when I first started to what you see now, like setup wise. I've learned hotkeys. I've learned how to start songs like that. Fuck them kids songs. If I press F, I don't know if y'all can hear that. I can't. It's on my headset, but I can hear it. But it's a song playing saying "fuck them kids." I've learned how to start and stop them. I've learned how to, I can press space bar and it'll do things. I got a foot pedal now that's push to talk, but I use it to save clips. So I mean, I've progressed to a point where I'm nowhere within the vicinity of what I used to be. So. And all this was because of streaming. All this because I was putting out content, making, building a community, which it's still small. It's still a small community. But I have some people who hang out, who come in. I have some people who stay sub to me on Twitch. I got some people who are subbing to me on TikTok. So we're getting where we need to. My main thing is trying to work on YouTube, trying to build YouTube up to be monetized, so I can monetize videos. Oh, by the way, wifey line, I gotta get that shaved down. Wifey went a little too far up. I told her, I said, it's fine. I said, it still grows as long as all ain't off of it. I mean, but yeah. we have a lot we can go through. I'm gonna try to do better on like writing stuff down. I'm gonna write stuff down throughout the week. I don't want to hit my microphone, so I got a little notepad here. Well, it's supposed to be one shot, and well, I was gonna do D&D with it, but I need to get the pages adjusted properly. And if I think of anything for podcast, I can write it down. I can write it on my hand and come home and do all that stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna start somewhere. I don't know where else to go from here. I got a week to think of something to talk about. I don't want to talk about gaming right now. I'll talk about gaming, like say Call of Duty, for instance. What word is it? Whatever. I'll talk about Call of Duty next week. I'll go ahead and I'll write that down. Let me write this down real quick. If there's something y'all are interested in, would like me to talk about, podcast talking points. Yeah, little book. Oh, you can't see it because of the white light. My skin is very pale. I use the bright light to show off the redness in my face. Talk about. Why did I do a lowercase g? God. Okay. Just put that down to something we can start talking about. I want to try to get some talking points. It actually went a lot faster. But mid thing, I won't try to go an hour with these, but hell, that's still 15 more minutes. So what can I talk about for 15 more minutes? I don't know. Kill a silence. So we're just going to sit here for a moment, and if I can think of something. Guys, don't forget, if you enjoy this and you've made it this far through the episode, I will have Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, all of my socials down below in the description, along with the link tree, which has obviously my merch link. It's got the link to the podcast. Child just walked in. She's eating whatever she's eating. So I'll have the link tree pretty much on the bottom of it. Can I help you? It's a podcast. Can I help you? I don't want that. I don't want that. That was actually for in case the power went out, child. Something in my eyeball. We bought stuff for food just in case the power goes out, and she's eating it now because you can tell we have power. Don't eat them all. Don't eat them all. We got cereal. We have milk. Go get you some cereal. Oh, God. You're eating pasta. Oh, God. Jesus. May have her on for an episode. We'll see. Depends on how she acts. Go eat. Now, before we're so rudely interrupted by my daughter, I will have all my accounts and everything down below, and we will have, a good time. If you'd like to donate, fuck that. I'm not saying donate, tip. If you want to tip, okay. If you'd like to tip to the channel to help support this and make this better, if you're like, hey, I don't like how you have this set up, I don't like how, this could be better, this could be this could be that, please let me know. Let me know. If there's anything I can work on, per se, I don't know, talking about other things or being funny. I will do my best. That's what I try to do. I try to be funny. I try to make people laugh. So if I made you laugh in this episode, let me know down below. I don't know if you can do it on Spotify, but I know you can do it on YouTube. You can let me know. I'm speaking really fast right now. Let me know if there was something that stood out to you in this episode. If there's something you would like me to talk about in the next episode, I will write all those down. Give me some suggestions, and I will talk about anything within reason. I'm not going to talk about how my toes are hairy, I'm going to talk about how I get jammed between my toes when I start running because the sweat and the dirt and build up and becomes all mushy. We're not going to talk about that because that's just not what we talk about, okay? Besides, no one needs to know about that at all. So don't tell anybody. But yeah, we're going to get used to this. We're going to get this whole thing figured out. With certain days of the week this year, we got to work on wedding stuff. So I may do a podcast of us talking about wedding stuff, talking about, potential going, what we're doing, and what have you. Granted, there's a few of you who are invited. If you're listening to this, there's a few of you who are invited to the wedding. A lot of you aren't, because I don't know you. Some of you I've known my entire life. Some of you I've known since I started streaming. The ones I've known since I started streaming that I've made friends with, y'all are getting invites. I've got your addresses already. I hope that picked that up. So yeah, I think wifey would be a good guest to have on here. And that way we can. I know I got to stand somewhere for this one right here. I can stand up and use, but I'd have to set it on the edge when you just sit and talk. But you're not gonna have a camera angles, and that's kind of makes it weird. I got a green screen set up because I want to try to get into VR gaming again, which doesn't require. I can't do any kind of stuff like that. I'm all over the place, aren't I? Damn. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Comment below if you want me to talk about anything you want my input on. If you want my, hey, what's the best thing to do here? Something I can talk to you about. And like I said, if I've made you laugh anywhere in this episode, please, by all means, let me know so I can be like, hey, I've done my job. Because that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make people laugh. I'm trying to make people have a good day. And I'm trying to give you an hour a day or an hour a week episodes. So just ranting on now for the next 9 minutes. Pretty soon I will have a intro. And pretty soon we will have an outro. Once we start getting some shit figured out. But currently, all we have is what we got. I appreciate anybody who's come in, who's hung out, who has listened to this entire podcast. If you had listened to the podcast to the very, very end, please comment below Toe of Satan. Comment below Toe of Satan. And here's why. With the Toe of Satan, if you comment below, and this is on YouTube until I figure out how Spotify works. If you are sub to me, put Toe of Satan. Just put Toe of Satan. I'll figure that out on YouTube in a little bit. About how I can do entries into the t-shirt giveaway that I'm doing currently till the end of the month. So by the time y'all hear this, it'll be a week later. Silence. Break the silence. Here, I'll break the silence and break the silence, and everybody's confused as to why you're singing. I'm thinking because that's my way of killing the silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. I hope y'all had a great day. If you have a great last week, I'm gonna say life. That would have been terrible. Have a great life. Like that's my last time I'm doing this. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all enjoyed this podcast as much as I have, because actually I feel like I can do this a little bit more once I start figuring out, what I can talk about. Because I just killed a whole entire hour basically talking about me, and that was easy. A lot easier than I thought it would be talking about me. It's very easy to talk about myself. I had no idea. But yes, if you made it this far into the episode, please comment Toe of Satan on YouTube. And if Spotify has a way to do comments, then please comment Toe of Satan. If you're on Spotify and you can't, go over to YouTube, follow for the YouTube podcast. So you get actual video and you can see me, and comment below Toe of Satan. That's how I know people made it to the end. Long episode. And it's just for listening. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I do believe I'm going to end it here. I have no outro. I have no other way to do any of this. And I'll see y'all next week. I don't know. How am I supposed to end it? How are you supposed to end these? I got 6 minutes left. I'll try to make them an hour. I have no idea how to end these things. But we will figure this out through the journey. And don't forget, if you're on YouTube, to sub to the channel. If you're on Spotify, follow the podcast, because I'm going to try to put these out every week. Try and record a week ahead, post them the next following Monday at midday. So next, the 22nd, it'll drop on the 12th. And then the one after that, I don't know what date that is after the 22nd, 7 days, 29th. We will have one drop on the 29th. So I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out. Hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. And until next week, smile more, release your serotonin, don't stay angry, and tell somebody you love them. Y'all take care.